Good afternoon, Rich Nass with Embedded Computing Design. I'm obviously still here in Nuremberg at Embedded World. I'm in the NXP booth, hall 3A 128. I'm with Massimo Incerti, and you guys have a Freedom Innovation, Freedom Labs. What is that all about?
Well, Freedom is our, let's say, new approach to address what are the developers' needs, right? So in terms of embedded developers' needs, meaning that we are offering a series of new, low-cost and easy-to-use evaluation kits, together with, let's say, a series of expansion boards that we have enabled. And of course, the last bit, which is extremely important and is as important as the hardware and the expansion boards, is the software. So the Freedom ecosystem itself, it basically embraces these three components, like evaluation kits, expansion boards, as well as software, right? And this is what we are showcasing here, right, in the Freedom Lab.
Is it built around a particular MCU?
No, actually we are supporting several MCUs. So we started it roughly a year ago, supporting our new MCX family, right? So, which is basically made by four or five different subfamilies. We have the MCXN, we have the MCXA, W, and then we expanded it to our microprocessors such as IDOTM-X93, IDOTM-X91 in the future, and of course IDOTM-X10 Plus. Right? So it's not only about MCUs, it's not only about, let's say, one specific family. As I said, we started with the MCX, we moved to the IDOTM-X. We also supported, enabled recently our RW612, our first, Wi-Fi enabled microcontroller. So we are, enabling more and more devices, but with the same approach. And the same approach that includes basically, ease of use, includes the possibility to have access to the hardware and the software, to have it like low cost access to it, right? Which is also important to address more and more developers, right? And last but not least, the third part, which is about expanding the system itself, connecting with sensors, connecting with analog parts, RTCs. We have motor control examples. We have in interface with sensors examples. We have graphics. We have analog, so we can showcase, let's say, a lot of technologies that we can enable with our devices.
Now you mentioned the ecosystem. What kind of software support can a developer expect?
So here, the whole thing, the whole Freedom ecosystem is based on our existing, software packages. So the well-known on the market MCU Espresso, which is our brand, IDE plus SDK plus, configuration tools. And more recently, we enabled, the MCU extension for Microsoft Visual Studio Code, right? So and this is, from a software perspective, what we can offer. This, when it comes to the world of microcontrollers, right? When it comes to the world of microprocessors, we have our Linux distribution based on the Octo that, of course, we can provide to our customers, that they can be used on our Freedom, IDOTM-X93, 91, and in the future IDOTM-X10 Plus based Freedom boards, right? So,
and that's all on display here in the booth at Embedded World.
Exactly. So what we're trying to explain here is the full ecosystem itself, right? So we are showcasing, the different boards we have, and not only the ones that are available today, but the ones that will be available in near future, and also, let's say, in a medium-term future. We have the expansion boards on display, and here on these three, desks that are pretty busy at this stage, right? So we are showcasing how to, use them, to, download the code from our application code hub, which is again another pillar of the Freedom ecosystem, right? Leveraging the application code hub, leveraging our MCU Espresso or the extension for VS Code to build the examples, to showcase the examples that are, let's say, examples about, as I said, analog, sensors, machine learning, you name it, right? And this is what we're trying to do here at the Embedded World.
Very good. But don't take our word for it. Come see it for yourself at the NXP booth, hall 3A 128.